If you're considering CLEP tests but feeling overwhelmed by the options, let me introduce you to the perfect starting point: analyzing and interpreting literature. This test has everything a first-time CLEP taker could want. It's achievable, valuable, and doesn't require memorizing hundreds of facts. Here's what makes this test unique among CLEP options. You don't need prior knowledge of specific literary works. You won't be asked when Shakespeare wrote Hamlet, or to identify quotes from famous poems, or to recall details about American literary movements. Everything you need to answer the questions is provided in the test passages. Think about what you already do when you read a book or watch a movie. You identify themes, understand character motivations, recognize symbols, and interpret meaning. You discuss plot developments with friends and predict what might happen next. These are exactly the skills tested on this exam. The test format works in your favor too. You'll read poetry and prose passages, then answer questions about their meaning, structure, and literary devices. It's like having an open book test where the books are provided for you. No outside knowledge required, just your natural ability to read and think critically. Let's talk about the practical benefits. This test typically earns 3 to 6 credits, potentially fulfilling your entire English or literature requirement. At schools where it counts for 6 credits, you could satisfy 2 semesters of English with one test. That's a semester's worth of classes, textbooks, and time saved in a single afternoon. The preparation timeline is realistic for busy people. Most students can prepare effectively in 15 to 20 hours of study. That's less time than you'd spend on homework for 1 week of a traditional English course, yet it can replace an entire semester. Here's what you'll study: types of literary devices like metaphor, symbolism, and irony, poetic forms and structures, narrative techniques in prose, and approaches to literary analysis. Our study guide teaches you to recognize these elements quickly and understand how they function in different types of writing. The confidence factor is huge too. Success on your first CLEP test builds momentum for future testing. Students who start with analyzing and interpreting literature often discover that CLEP testing isn't as intimidating as they feared, leading them to tackle additional tests. This test also appeals to a wide range of learning styles. Visual learners appreciate analyzing imagery and symbolism. Logical thinkers enjoy breaking down argument structures in prose. Creative types connect naturally with poetic language and metaphorical thinking. Even if you haven't taken an English class in years, you're more prepared than you think. Every time you read news articles, follow social media discussions, or analyze song lyrics, you're practicing interpretation skills. Modern life requires constant analysis of written communication. The test covers both poetry and prose, but don't worry if you think you're weak in one area. Most questions can be answered through careful reading and logical thinking, regardless of your literary background. Ready to start your CLEP journey with the most approachable test available? Get our comprehensive study guide for analyzing and interpreting literature at PassYourClass.com and take the first step toward accelerating your degree.